All right, Chapter 1, Section 2, moving on to Imperial Measurement. So we're moving away from the SI system. The Imperial system, that's when we're working with inches and feet, miles, yards, things like that. And it's when you're working with these types of units that you're going to find unit analysis to be very, very useful, because it's not easy or as easy to do these conversions mentally. So the four most common units of length are, we have the inch, so you can abbreviate that as IN, or you might just see a set of quotes like that. Then there's the foot, you can abbreviate that as FT, or just a apostrophe like that. There's the yard, you can abbreviate that as YD, and the mile, don't get this confused with meter. Meter is just M, mile is MI. Okay. Now, there are some basic conversions. Some of these you should already know. So 1 foot, how many inches? Well, we've all been to Subway. That's 12 inches. Okay. If you know anything about football, 1 yard, you should know that that is 3 feet. Okay. Now, you might not know these ones, or maybe some of you do. 1 mile is equivalent to how many yards? Well, this is when the numbers start getting really ugly. 1 mile is 1,760 yards, which is also equivalent to 5,280 feet. There's the imperial system for you. All right, so I want to convert 4.5 feet or 4.5 feet to inches. We're going to use unit analysis. So we write out the measurement that we have, so 4.5 feet. And we want to go to inches, which means I have to cancel out these feet. So that means the 1 foot goes on the bottom, and then I put the 12 inches per foot. That's up here. So the feet cancel. I'm left with inches. That's what I want. So to complete this, I just take 4.5 and I multiply it by 12 over 1, or just 12. And you get 54 inches. And that's our answer. Next, convert 1.4 miles to feet. Okay, so you can convert this to yards and then to feet if you want to, but I actually did give you a conversion for miles to feet. So I can still do this in one step. So this is 1.4 miles. And up above, we know that there are 5,280 feet per mile. So the 1 mile has to go here, and the 5,280 feet go up here. So the miles cancel. So I can complete it just by multiplying 1.4 times 5,280. And you get 7,392. But of course I'm in feet now. That was the unit that I was left with. Convert 1.7 feet to yards. It's pretty easy. So 1.7 feet. Okay. And I know that there are 3 feet in a yard. So that means the feet have to go down here. 3 feet. And there's the 1 yard up there. So my feet cancel. I work it out. So 1.7 times 1 over 3, that's just the same as dividing by 3. So you take 1.7 and you divide it by 3, and you are going to get a repeating decimal. So I'll round this. I'm going to put a little dot here. This is going to give me 0.57. So I'm going to go to the nearest hundredth, and this of course is in yards. Okay. So 1.7 feet is a little more than half a yard. Lastly, convert 4,564 feet to miles. Okay. Well, I know this is less than 5,280. So I know that this is less than 1 mile. So let's work it out. 4, 5, 6, 4 feet. Okay. So I want to go to miles, so I got to cancel out these feet. So that means this goes down here. Once you get the hang of this, it's pretty easy. Just takes practice. There we go. So the feet cancel. And when you multiply by 1 over 5,280, that's the same as dividing. I think I'm going to get a gross decimal, so I'm going to be doing some rounding here. So just work it out. And you get about 0.86. And this, of course, is in miles. All right. So there is one-step unit analysis applied to the imperial system. All right, lastly, we just have 4 measurements here, and we want to order them from least to greatest. We did something similar to this in a previous video, but this is just using the imperial system. What I've already done is I've actually taken the last 3, and I've converted them all into feet to match this one. Okay, so I challenge you, just as an exercise, or take a scrap piece of paper or doodle it on the bottom here. Work these out for yourself and make sure that you actually can get these numbers. It'd be good practice for you. So I just want to write them now in this box, starting from the smallest. So, well, I believe that's this one. But I'm going to put them back in their original form. So this is 124.6 feet. So the next one would be this. This is 0.04 miles. And then we had this one. So that was 120 yards. And then this one is 7,040 inches.